All right, I think I'm ready to break down what free speech is. And if you know me, I'm pretty sure you're gonna learn more than anywhere else. So the only embarrassing thing in the comment section you can do is tell me someone who talked about free speech in way more extensive terms and explain it so much better. But most importantly, after understanding what free speech is, you will finally recognize the most important social aspect of society. Crazy. What is that thing? Why do governments want to silence you? Well, let's go back in time into the simple example of you go outside and you get approached by a man who you don't like because nobody gets approached by men they like, except women. Alright? Sometimes. But the funny advice to women that all men can give is like, get a boyfriend. If you want a bodyguard, if you want to complain, the only way you can actually avoid getting harassed in the streets, you have to get a boyfriend. Just for the bodyguard, features. Simple. How is that not simple? Extremely simple. You can even approach the man yourself at this point. Otherwise, most of the interactions where you get approached are not welcome, and most of the time you have the feature called blocking. Even on the internet, we're doing the same thing. We just walk away. We just ignore and walk away. So on the internet, blocking is very much the same thing. I just like, shut the fuck up, dude. I don't want to do anything with you. Anything. I'm not interacting with you. If you approach someone in not a nice way, I'm sorry, bro. Expect to not be cared for anymore. Because every single person out there has to at least hope that there is gonna be like 3 interactions across a year or 3 years or just on your birthday where people gonna be nice. If a person approaching you refuse to be nice, he has an agenda. And usually on the internet, people are so fucking courageous to have an agenda, but sacrifice social features. That's pretty fucking demonic if you ask me. Where right now, I have to ban 99% of the people. And there's a very good reason for it. People are not going to click on anything else, including this video. They're going to click on thing they recognize and want to defend. That's it. That's literally what they wake up for. For nothing. Just to get banned. Just to find a bad intention and follow through with it. Like, people are absolutely insane nowadays. And yes, just demons roam the streets. There's no good people outside, going outside. Everyone's scared. Everyone is fucking panicking right now. Of like, the evil is fucking roaming wild. Basically unchallenged. So, yeah. Like, I'm tired beyond belief to just be criticized alone. But not only that, people are hateful. So they choose either two paths. Either they reply a few more times, but you realize that they're just fucking bold critics of your work, which, like, they just bumped into. Like, don't criticize my fucking work, dude. You just spawned. You're the one to be criticized. You're the fucking nobody, basically. If you want to criticize, unfortunately, you have to be able to communicate. Unfortunately, you have to get to my level where I respect you. If I don't respect you, then your criticism is pain in the ass. And I will delete and remove and ignore and shut the fuck up, basically. Right? This is why I'm just declaring criticism is not allowed. Like, who do you think you fucking are, basically? Every drama channel wants to criticize and get profits forever on YouTube's? Oh no. We have to do something about that. We've got to stop these motherfuckers criticizing. That's just another intention that I gonna block. No. I'm doing my thing. You don't like it? Get your ass out of here. And that's called free speech. What I upload is free speech. What people type in the comments is invasion of privacy. These two things are not the same, boys. He is not using free speech to try and talk to you. If I don't like him and I block him, he better stay fucking blocked. Alright? He better stay blocked. I have no intentions of making any deals and having a conversation because you just failed the first step. It's funny how demons fail the first step, but scammers know to be nice. And that's like the distinct factor of like every hater is not nice immediately, and every scammer is nice immediately. So you know what's not to trust. You don't trust neither most of the time, which can lead to a very complicated situation of like what the fuck do you do if you can't even trust the nice people? Well, you have to talk with the scammers, unfortunately. If you know that you're being bombarded with scammers, of course you can ignore that shit. But if you have doubts, it's the benefit to the doubt that counts. Only benefit to the doubt counts. Now, people use the free speech in a political meaning where they don't want to be silenced by the government. There should always be a social platform where you can just like express yourself freely. However, even with vaccines, when vaccine content is being suppressed or whatever, when there's some miraculous rules trying to stop the right wing from doing something, if it's easy to follow the fucking rules, just follow the rules. You don't want your channel deleted. You don't want to be kicked in the balls for free, basically, just because you're rude to the policeman. You're gonna go to jail for 2 years. Like, for fuck's just get this out of your head. Like, you can't save these people. You can't save all the fucking NPCs. They're gonna get their fucking shots, They're gonna get their shots and brain rots. Easy. And no, nothing to do with autism. Absolutely. No traumatic experience would actually invoke autism into anyone. Like, of course, I would never make that connection, guys. I would never make that connection, but something makes me very angry and I want to rip a few government heads off. Just like, I don't know. There might be a connection to that, actually. Same goes with flat earth suppression. People think it's stupid, but they don't even care. So we don't care about you, bro. I'm a flathead, bro. Look how flat it is in here. I'm just a curious person. I want to know what the fuck is going on. And these people have free speech suppressed, right? So what is that, right? Like, unfortunately, you have to follow the rules in society. Whatever the government is targeting is probably going to be just a few select things because government doesn't want people to panic and try and resist a much more sophisticated way. So free speech is a relatively simple concept of everyone gets to build their social skyscraper. All right? But if you attack someone else, you're not doing free speech a favor. You're losing it. You could have spent that time building your skyscraper. Instead, you're attacking someone else. And imagine being the fucking target all the time. I want to express an opinion. There's a dramatic moment of me placing a face on a thumbnail that people recognize, and people dare to defend the face. Like, imagine the simple problem of this guy made it. He became a fucking YouTuber. He has money. And you still become his bodyguard? Become his little bitch? Like, who the fuck you think you are? And there's countless of faces to become the fucking bodyguard of. And it's like, I insult just the face. I didn't even reach to the dude, and you're already spawning with fucking tremendous amount of hate. Who are you guys? You guys are fucking nobodies. These people are nobodies, bro. They're wasting their free speech on destroying other people's property, basically. See, there's actually more rights to be gained. Free speech needs protection. And people need to be reminded that defending other fucking skibbity faces that you fell in love with on the internet is destroying other people's free speech. Like, I just want to be on the YouTubes and get 100 views without people complaining about it. Before people start losing their fucking minds, basically, and try to cancel me already. It's like, oh shit, just wait a little bit, be more patient, pieces of shit. Try to cancel me when I'm actually like a giant monstrosity, okay? You're a little bit too fucking early to the party. You don't even know my intentions on this platform, and people are already losing their fucking minds. I can't even reveal my face because I'm not successful, and you're gonna defend someone else's face because they are successful. How does that make any sense? It doesn't fucking make sense. Rich people get praised for being on the top of the pyramid, but it's like, why are you praising that? Challenge that. Do something, bro. It's a problem that there is rich people, that there's inequality. Do something, bro. Wake the fuck up. So yeah, what's happening is people are suppressing each other's free speech. They don't let other people talk. They don't let other people build their thing. And I'm trying to do it against the current, against the fucking idiots. I'm still doing it because I know what the fuck I'm doing. But other people might have stopped doing it. You know, might have given up because there's too many haters, because there's too many demons. And that's the message for them. That's this video is for them to just wake up. Like, you have to fucking build. There's no other way. There's just a simple choice between the two. You either being an attacker or you being a builder. It's like a masonry, bro. Become a builder, become a Minecrafter, whatever it takes, bro, to put yourself out there properly instead of being all the way in someone else's ass, you know, to try and stop them. So, yeah, I get to be poor and I get to be told that I can't use social media, basically, the way I want. How fucking kind. But once you understand that your free speech is being attacked, well, it's time to fucking declare war on them demons who try to shut you up, no matter what opinion you happen to have. And when you want to have an opinion, it's much more interesting to have an opinion that does not agree with the mainstream. If you just agree with the mainstream, it's not a fucking opinion. It's gonna get nothing but compliments of like, wow, you really got him, bro. You really got him. Now, it's not 100% because people are critics of everything whenever they can. Some people just learn never to fucking give up, basically. Is their personality and is their downfall to happen, essentially, because again, they're wasting time. But when I fucking trashed iDubbbz that one time because he's a fucking lefty, oh, people praising me now. Oh, wow. So you go against the mainstream and everyone goes against you. You go for the mainstream and everyone supports you, basically, more or less. Again, some people don't want to support anyone. The most cynical, degenerate people out there right now. Policing the whole fucking internet. They hate everything. We can say it's like 25% of these people. And then there's the 74% of degenerates, whoever just like, they only have the mainstream point of view in their minds, and they have still nothing. They're just floating around, doing nothing for themselves. Once you actually upload videos on YouTube, you realize, first of all, who you are in the first place. You build credibility instead of being an NPC. Letter A. Oh wow, a letter A is talking to me. I should really be scared now. He called my video rage bait. Oh shit. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna pee my pants. No, it just gives me more credibility because people are wasting time instead of building something for themselves. They're attacking a poor person. They're attacking some homeless person. Like, you're the most degenerate type of people if you waste time attacking homeless people. Like, but this is what's happening across the social platforms. Poor people get attacked. Why do they get attacked? Because they're like police. They're like, they belong to the government. They belong to the more powerful creature. They try to protect the skyscraper. But it tells another story as well. If you come from, like, opposing skyscraper, if you became a fan that actually gonna crusade across the internet and attack other people's free speech, holy shit. That's like Nazism. That's like Heil Hitler type of situationship. Like, yes, you are supporting an influencer, but you basically heiling Hitler. The moment the influencer has bad intentions, of course you're gonna turn on him, right? But you don't understand. It doesn't take that to be a war, you know? You're already declaring war on someone else's behalf. Like, I'm not gonna fight the dude, I'm gonna fight you, and I'm gonna block you. And it's just that easy. And slowly I will unravel this whole internet fucking relationship status. Of course poor people are gonna be attacked because at least I'm doing something, and it just irritates all the people, right? They're gonna ignore everything that I'm doing, again, irritated, and they're gonna, like, really concentrate on that thing that they recognize. Oh, I recognize, I have to click, it's drama. I must participate in drama. I don't understand people's mentality to this day. Besides the fact that they are easy manipulated and they're stupid, and there's just nothing to it. I hate it. I hate it more than you do. I would love to be surrounded by smart people that I can talk to. You know, when I'm banning other people, I can still talk to smart people. I still don't just, like, sit in a fucking void and talk with myself. I don't want to do that forever, dude. But essentially, I'm proving that this social platform is not social at all. And for a very long time now, it's not social. Like, I've been here for 2+ years. At this point, it's 3 years. Is this normal? You must understand that this situation, this free speech problem, is gonna make or break YouTube. This is one thing that declares wars on people who don't deserve to be attacked. You know, this is the moment where Russia attacks Ukraine, because there's actually enough Russian savages to just believe whatever the fucking government is telling them to do. There's just enough savages. Alright, cool. Let's go to war then. You're no better than a Russian when you support a fucking face. And it's not a particular fucking face. It can be any face that you're defending. Basically, it depends on how you are defending it. How viciously you're fucking eager to try and retaliate on whatever you don't like has been said about your precious little face. That face is not on your fucking body. You probably never talked to any of these people. And still, somehow, magically, the free content that exists on the internet, there's particular type of free content that you just don't like very much. Wow. It's free though. Isn't there anything to appreciate? Isn't there anything to stop you guys from being degenerates? Again, you don't really want to know, but I have breached the amount of subscribers. I have more people banned than I have subscribers, and that is, we can double that shit now. We're gonna double it. I'm gonna scream louder if I have to. Double this number. Fuck it, right? Let's go. Let's just make more noise. Because my free speech is not gonna be silenced by a bunch of fucking stupid Fanbabies. And no, you can't label it as me crying. Just upload a fucking video, alright? If you type in a comment, you already lost the fucking argument. If you're typing in a comment, you lost it. If you type in a hate comment, you already lost it, bro. You will never be able to type in a comment of, I made a video about you. You know, you cannot be smug anymore. You lost it, bro. If you type in a hate comment and you try to take away my free speech, I immediately block you. You are banned. You're not welcome, and that's it. And you can pretend that that's not a scary thing, but that's just what has to happen. It's just a natural, very natural thing that you'll have to suck up, that you're gonna get banned, and there's nothing wrong with that, unfortunately. I criticize this idea that every drama YouTuber, essentially deep down in their core, they're shivering in fear. They're holding on to the only possession that keeps them alive in the first place. If this is not true, the drama YouTubers would lose their fucking minds. You don't understand how much they hold on, how precious it is to criticize other people for them, because they have nothing else to do. They are stuck on a fucking loop to criticize others. And the moment you deny that, it's game over for them. I took the most precious thing, I made them insecure about the most precious thing. And finally, one of them spoke up because Tom knows what he's talking about. But that's his own problem, you know? He knows what he's talking about, so he knows he lost. The moment he sees my video, he knows he fucking lost the game. It's game over. A person like me exists. And that's probably good enough for Tom to realize it's time to pack some fucking bags and move to Australia. Say hi to my favorite kangaroo, Tom. Say hi to that guy. He knows me. Maybe I accidentally sent him to Australia after all, you know? You don't know. Yeah, this is the moment I'm realizing what's actually going on. Like, you got what you wanted, and now criticism is not allowed. Thank you for recognizing that. And I can't possibly even get to the point of the video to actually watch. Like, what? Well, what's going on here? Why is there Mad Pat in there? Why
As
is
of
there
breakfast, additionally, no one actually sees the tags on
What? It was controversy?
that game.
So again, you would think that people have the right of free speech to insult you, basically. But if we are properly playing the game, they lose their free speech. They get banned properly. If we properly play, if we properly educate people, you're supposed to ban people who are legitimately not nice to you, and you can spot the pattern of what triggered the shit out of them, and that they don't care about the rest of your content. If they don't care about neither of this, and that, but they really care about this thing for some reason, that's degeneracy, basically. Like, when I uploaded, I think even this video does not have comments. This video does not have comments somehow. I just magically slipped through. And these videos also have very little amount of comments of like, why people are not triggered. Oh, there's nothing to be triggered about. There's no drama, isn't it? So it's drama dependent on when you get triggered? Like, relax, bro. You shouldn't be easily manipulated of like, oh, it's time to get triggered because your favorite thing got attacked or whatever. It's time to defend castle. Like, since when people wake up and they become the crusaders of the internet, trying to defend their favorite thing? Like, what is going on, dude? Again, the most degenerate part about this, the most infuriating thing, is that whatever they're defending is very well established. But now it comes to a question of, like, if they are defending something, what would happen if they stopped defending it? Would it just collapse? How many YouTube channels would just collapse if they stopped being defended? You know? That's a very simple question I have now. It's almost like, now I'm on a mission to try and disarm people so they stop getting defended, and they get confronted with the proper truths. Because if they get defended, they can just rely on, like, I have billions of fans, I'm rich. Like, why are we creating rich people who are rich because a lot of people support them? We are creating bullies who are just popular kids in school. Like, is that a fucking normal thing to just manifest into existence? Let the popular kids do things that they are popular in doing instead of allowing them to bully the platform and still retain their popularity. Like, what are we talking about? We literally have poop streamers all over YouTube. We even have Mr. Beast hanging out with poop streamers. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Now they're colluding together to just feel more rich. You know, we could take down Mr. Beast very easily. It's not that fucking hard. Unfortunately, most people still don't know the rules of the internet. Of, like, keep on posting. You don't have to post about Mr. Beast. But you can post about Mr. Beast's merchandise and how much you fucking hate it. Because the way to hit Mr. Beast in the balls is to hate whatever he's trying to sell. Is to attack his financial stability. That's the whole point. If you truly hate Mr. Beast, then stand up for yourself and keep at it. Unfortunately for Dogpack, he was disarmed very quickly and put into jail. You know, in the internet jail. He just, like, showed up and disappeared right after, feeling guilty because, you know, there's a drama YouTuber persecuting him. The bitch boy called Soggy, and I started realizing that whatever the fuck he's doing a little bit too much, right? The moment he went after Pirate Software, I'm starting to fucking smell fish in here. You know, I'm starting to smell some kind of policing attempt, basically, to try and defend his favorite thing. And for some reason, it happened to be Mr. Beast, and he went after the dog pack. Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. Bro is stealing esteem, bro is crusading. There are already YouTube channels basically crusading for other people. Or against other people. Which is a whole different thing. Like, this is actually not quite normal. Like, Pirate Software being attacked by drama channels, is that a normal thing? Does that happen every fucking day? Even Jax Films versus Sniper Wolf, it was once in a fucking lifetime event, and it was not a drama channel going after another YouTuber. It was a YouTuber turning itself into a drama beast, basically, because he's very motivated to take down React channels. So yeah, this does not happen very often, and if you guys are wrong, then you will have to relive this story, because you're impeding in someone's free speech. Luckily, Pirate Software knows how to protect his free speech, and he didn't just bail from the internet. He knows. He unfortunately knows enough to survive his own drama. Just like Sniper Wolf knows how to survive. Just like, let's just keep at it. YouTube's still on my side. And that's pretty nice, right? That YouTube didn't pick the side of a fucking evil who's trying to destroy other YouTube channels. But every drama YouTuber got upset of, like, we want YouTube on our side. Of course, you want power. These motherfuckers want power. Because they're going after other people's free speech. Alright? It's pretty sad. See, Sniper Wolf versus Jax Films was kind of like an obvious one. But I guess not really. You know, the most important part of free speech is to be able to upload whatever the fuck you want. Even copywriting. Unless you are pretending to provide some kind of special type of content, just high quality content, and pretend that you did it as well, that this is the original piece, or you're just re-uploading something that's not supposed to be, like movies and music videos. That shit is expensive. You probably don't deserve to have it on your channel. But everything beyond that point should probably get the completely opposite treatment all the other arts in the internet that you will not bump into because they're not attached to like super famous people. If you're extremely famous, you will have copyrighted content surrounding yourself. You're a TV person, basically. If you're no longer extremely famous, even like MrBeast allows people to re-upload his content to some extent, right? He's kind of in a very similar tribe of like re-uploading content is sort of fine. Yes. Don't forget your free speech when you're re-uploading people's content. You have to say something. You have to make choices of what to say, what points to make. And yes, in Sniper Wolf's case, it doesn't seem like she has much to say. She's just grinding basically for the monies. And it's a little bit of a soulless behavior. But what you can get from that is that that was successful. And maybe you should do it too, you know? Going after other YouTubers is not exactly the best thing to do. Trying to make your own art is not the best thing to do. So maybe making a React channel is a good thing to do. It's something you have to consider that it's easy for other people to do too, and there should be an example of who's a good reactor. Just to drive this point home, I will react to whatever comes up when I type in free speech. Let's find out, boys. The right to offend. See, he's actually getting out of his way. Now, what if you put something offensive on here, on your own skyscraper? Again, there's different situationships that can happen. Now, obviously, you don't want to put your own fucking dick up there. You don't want to sexualize your tower because that's just basically illegal. You can put graffiti on your own tower. And yes, you can sort of attack someone else with your tower. But you probably don't want to select an opponent. You want to propagate your free speech. Whatever represents your free speech, you have to propagate that. I feel like right now what's happening, the new thing is happening, people are putting up flags, right? It's breaking news, but the most important place where you have to put up your flag, and you have to defend that flag. You have to put up a flag where you live, and you have to defend it as best as you can. Whoever comes to try and take it down, you have to learn your enemy, who you're fighting against. You have to get as much energy from them as possible, bro. And get as much grudge, basically, on them. So next time you meet, they might not fucking come out alive. Because this is important for people, right? They bring back the nationalism. It's gonna be a big fight. It's gonna be Ukraine versus Russia again, unfortunately. The battle has been declared at this point. I mean, the battle was declared when UK went after the entire internet. They're being little bitches. Alright? UK is definitely a weird-ass place that is not even defended by EU. Their actions are defenseless. Any other government can just declare war on UK and just take it over at this point because the citizens will just agree of like, yeah, that's a good thing to do. Just take over the government, drive them out of the fucking country, kick out the migrants, and we're good. Fixed all the problems. And anyone tries to say anything, they better shut the fuck up. Yes, you cannot propagate things like murder. Is the same sexual spectrum, basically. Whether sexuality or Satanism, you don't want to put that on the tower. Alright? Because people will know too much, and they will fucking hate you, and they will impede on your free speech because they really don't like your free speech. And for a good reason. Alright? People actually dare to put skull emojis all over the place. And now they have invented a new one. I don't know what this is about, but I guess it feels bad, man. It's like a disappointment emoji. Yeah, I don't care. Just don't put Satanism on your tower, because you will summon a Satan by accident, and he does not care about your free speech. He cares about how many bones he can break in your body. Oh, I think there's the third S, which is like scamming other people. Definitely don't want to put up that on your skyscraper. Wow, Sniper Wolf is so cool. You can't possibly condemn Sniper Wolf for getting into drama, because that was like the best fucking thing ever. I've learned so much. I will never go against her. That's impossible. You can't do it anymore. It slipped out of your fingers. Like, if Jack's Films was actually like trading really hard of like, let's take down every React channel piece by piece, basically, and didn't target Sniper Wolf like a fucking maniac, like a serial killer, yeah, I would understand that he might have something going on, but no, there was no patience attached to it. Bro just attacked someone's free speech. But how did he do it? Well, he created a parody channel. He created a second Sniper Wolf that he could manipulate. But that's a scam, because you're taking someone else's likeness and you're pumping out content about someone in particular. So is what Thunderfoot is doing legitimate on this platform? Well, actually not really. Like, just go after more people, find more things to go after, because being obsessed about one particular target is a little bit dysfunctional. Like, you want to be prepared to catch the criminal. If Elon Musk is really smelling really bad, you must be prepared to catch him off guard. In that sense, you have to go after more things than just Elon Musk. So it just shows weakness, and it shouldn't be necessarily allowed on the platform. Like, Thunderfoot has to like reconsider this whole situation. So in a way, like, worshipping is frowned upon. It's legal now. We talked about the three S's, right? You can't put sexuality, you can't put Satanism, and you can't scam people. But there's other things that just like pass that filter, but is frowned upon. So worshipping someone or going after someone should be frowned upon, should not be a normal type of content. If I was in charge, your channel would suffer getting slashed in half. No matter how much I like it, you're still gonna get slashed in half. Now, technically, if you're exposing a scam channel, then it's considerable that I have to take action first, taking down the scam channel, and then giving you a warning of like, maybe you should stop now. Maybe what's done is done. Oh, scam and spam. The same channels. Scam and spam is the same thing, basically. I almost consider this to be a spam channel. It's uploading every day. It's trying to take advantage of psychology somehow. And luckily for us, their viewership is actually still tanking, I feel like. Let's double check. Like, this doesn't look good, bro. It's tanking. Let's continue looking. 28% reduction, bro, in views. Let's fucking go, dude. That's what I want to see. And hopefully I can deal like lethal bloating into this low balling channel right now. Because it's getting invasive. And it's nice to just like, again, it's a questionable type of content. It's not exactly spam, but it's borderline spam. So there's skyscrapers that are borderline. Right? They're borderline doing something suspicious. They're borderline sexualizing something. So they have to be approached. They have to be talked to. They have to be warned of like, you don't want to continue this. Technically, Deadmau5 drama is very complicated, and I don't want to touch channels like this, but it does look like we're talking about fringe stuff. If you're a psychology channel and one of the biggest channels on YouTube, and you constantly in your videos adding dopamine as something you have to mention, I don't understand. I don't understand what you're doing then. You spamming the same fucking style of content of like, I found this scientific paper, I found that scientific paper, and it's just like, it's not good. You have to get slashed in half just because there's probably better channels than yours. And you're spamming every day as if you're a fucking expert. No, you're just reacting to other experts. This sort of like React channel style should potentially take a hit as well. These channels are not meant to be the largest on the platform by any means. It is essentially offensive and is destructive to the artist around. Oh yeah, the streamers would be in the spam category. So they're already eliminated, basically. All of these categories are kind of like impeding on free speech. One of the big reasons why things are copyrighted is because you're not really supposed to mess with the canon material of someone else's story. You're not supposed to pull out spin-offs and sell your own merchandise that looks exactly the same. But the same way, when you're attacking artists, you are ripping their work and potentially misunderstanding that shit. And gaining a lot of benefits. It's a good way to grow, but past certain points, React channels are a little bit cringe and gotta get nerfed. This is supposed to be like a news channel, and Penguin is using his own face to alert people that he's reporting on the news. But there's a problem. Not only doesn't happen every time, you just recognize it by just morphed thumbnails. But this is not how a news channel is supposed to look like. You can see there's just big problems that people are creating. The news slob channels. I don't care what you have to say, you can say the best opinions of all time. But I really want people to understand that they have to clean shit up. Alright? Whether it's too large of videos. Like, Asmongold is actually breaking all the fucking rules. Except for worshipping. He might just worship himself. You know? He's borderline React channel, that's also a news channel. Why is news channel bad? No. No. Is the dirty channel. Dirty channel, bro. Again, dirty channel is fine at low levels. It's no longer fine at high levels. You have to actually improve when it's improvable, right? When you can hire someone to craft thumbnails for you. Like, how difficult is that? What are we talking about? And you must do that because you're trying to inform other people. Otherwise, don't be surprised if your channel gets slashed in half and frowned upon. Very simple. You have free speech. You have freedom to do whatever you want. But you don't have freedom away from consequence. And you would want consequence because most of the consequence is a reward. But sometimes you're going to be told that you're not getting the rewards, the rest of the rewards that you would be otherwise getting, because you're simply not making your channel proper to the reward that you actually deserve. Yes, we tolerate, but that doesn't mean it's reasonable. Like, we know what we see here. There are news channels that are more worthy no matter how smart Asmongold actually is and no matter how based he is. He will not outweigh the problem that he's making for himself. It's still gonna be a nerf, and he has to live with it. You know, if he wants the nerf, So be it. If you want to be a dirty YouTuber, so fucking be it. Yeah, the greatest free speech YouTuber of all time. The only reason why he wants free speech is to slur all over the place. Bro has won against iDub simply because he said 20,000 slurs in under 3 minutes. Bro, that's the way he wins drama. He just makes people feel like just so agitated. And makes people who watch his content feel like, oh my god, H3 has so much freedom because he uses the free speech to slur all over other people. That's also a dirty YouTuber. You fucking dirty YouTuber, my friends. And in your fucking case, you're not getting slashed by a half. I feel like H3 is just simply a disrespectful degenerate. You know, he does not respect his own channel that he created. He had to create a spin-off podcast where he becomes even dirtier of a YouTuber. Okay, dude. Get slashed twice. Because we don't forget your face. You know? And potentially drama should also slash you in half. If you created the drama. After thinking about it, I am starting to recognize that yes, him going after Pirate Software was a ballsy move. And he should pay the price for doing so. If you cause drama on the platform, you have to do that fearlessly, and drama also slashes you in half. That's just how the way it works. Yes, beyond this, there's still, suspicious channels. Also, dirty YouTubers. This is the dead mouse drama, basically. So, people who play horror games are also dirty YouTubers. And they have to recognize that. Even MatPat became a dirty fucking YouTuber and left the scene. Oh wow, what happened to you, MatPat? I have something to talk about, you know? I can't wait to shake his hand. He wanted to be YouTube CEO, like it's very interesting wish list. But yeah, the funny thing is it's quite easy to put YouTubers in the categories now. It's quite easy to establish order on YouTube, and I can't wait to do it. But we'll have to fight the degenerates who still want to attack your free speech because it's so free. Attacking people, I can just do it left and right. You know? Essentially, I do want like a reputation system. If you attack enough channels, maybe you're just gonna be banned altogether. Maybe you just can't type comments because all you want to do is just spread your disease. I guess I can understand people getting triggered because my videos are just slightly different than they prefer. But yeah, social media is not about finding customers, unfortunately. Social media is about self expression and self preservation and presentation, right? It has nothing to do with you. I don't care how upset you are. And people should be kicked in the balls for just being haters, for being bullies. I don't understand why YouTube hasn't put any measures, but it's a slow process, right? You have to always make the right moves. So yeah, at this point, I came to a point where free speech is being attacked so much that people are so antisocial that there's no reason to check the comments until I get 5,000 views, and then I can check the comments. Like, I have to get significant amount of views to be genuinely curious, because otherwise, there's no reason. Even on my channel, everyone's gonna get banned anyways. There's not gonna be a single comment presented in the comment section anyways. So, okay. And I swear, like, how do you do that? How is everyone on the same wavelength of wanting to get banned? How much freedom did they find just roaming around the fucking internet and being assholes? Is that freedom to you? Do you think you have freedom doing this? And every single time someone actually builds a skyscraper of any kind, or just is a woman, they happen to be nicer. How is that possible? You know? How can they do it? And when they do it, they're nicer. You know, so that's the only way to stop them is to drain their reputation. You're out of reputation. Maybe don't harass people for the rest of the week, okay? Take the week off of all this harassment and fucking cynical dislike routine that you have. Dislike itself is a dirty button, and people should not be addicted into pressing that. That is just so bizarre that people love this button so much. Especially in the wake of controversy to flag mainstream ideology of like I should be intimidated because numbers, oh my god. No. You should be intimidated because someone liked my content. It should be the other way around. No one should have ability to give a fuck about dislikes. Like, not only dislike button is deleted forever, but it should get even worse of like you have to put your reputation on the line if you're trying to dislike something. You know? You either have to say something of why you don't like something and not get banned, because then fuck you, dude. He doesn't like you either. Congratulations, you know? He doesn't like dislikers. Oops, eliminated. Yeah, I can bring back the dislike button, but you don't have to speak up. You don't have to explain exactly what you don't like. Otherwise, a dislike just means nothing. It's a zero. You clicked it, you know? You saved it for later. So you remember what you don't like. I can also bring back the disliked videos. Because fuck it, you know, why was it removed? That was a weird move from YouTube. But yeah, the most important thing people have to wake up to, the most important thing about free speech, is that some people want to actually be themselves, but they can't because they're too poor. I'm too poor. Everyone hates me on the internet, apparently. The things that I like doing, they hate it. So I don't have the esteem to actually show my face. I don't have esteem to fucking exist on a social platform. It fucking sucks, bro. I have to wear a bag on myself and be in Sniper Wolf's videos. She hid her face for 10 years. You know that's not me because I'm a guy. Student, where's Minecraft? You know that's me right there. I literally creeper. Yeah, I have to hide my face, guys. This is a serious situationship right now. And unlike Dorman episode, this is not automatically resolving over a course of a month. This is just deadlocked into destroying my life. Can we be social, please? Can we just be nice to each other, please? Is that something your culture does not have? Should I look somewhere else? In some kind of like a demon culture or something? They're probably gonna be nicer to people. I genuinely feel like the next year's drama is gonna be that. I'll be searching tirelessly of some other culture, some different language that people speak, and they're not allowed to be extremely disrespectful and degenerate. You know, we can sort of hear that Asian people are not disrespectful, but they're disrespectful in subtle ways, I feel like. They're still kind of like annoying, and their language is disrespectful. The way the language is built is disrespectful simply because it's impossible to learn. So I will actively seek justice against this nonsense that people are doing for some kind of reason. Like, well, I don't get it. Do you really feel free that there's not going to be a consequence where you're going to get banned? I will propagate this message as far and wide as possible. Any YouTuber that will touch my skyscraper will be reminded that haters exist and they have to be terminated. Fucking terminated. Because it's the haters that stampede on your free speech, and it's better to actually throw them out and let them chatter outside of your circle. Because when they're inside your circle, they're trying to taint your reputation. You know, when they're inside your circle, the haters are attacking your castle. But when they're outside of your circle, they're just being pieces of shit. And they're spreading your name far and wide. It's a lot better for this to happen than for this to happen. Alright? Know that very well. I feel like I have dominated, right, free speech. There's one interesting storyline behind this. Elon buying Twitter, and he loves free speech or whatever. The funny thing is, just like Elon Musk doesn't know how to play Diablo, I don't think he knows what free speech is. He just feels good when he is supporting free speech, right? But he doesn't know what it is. I don't think he can make a proper social media platform. He just didn't break Twitter, which is fascinating. At least you didn't break anything. I can applaud you for this, right? But when it comes to understanding what free speech is, you can't just go to the nearest fan of free speech and get all the information you need. That's not how it works. Elon Musk is just a fanboy, and he happens to be rich, you know? He's a little fanboy of free speech. This is a good thing. It's a good thing. It's the only thing that he's valuable for in the first place. Maybe that's what made him go eager to buy the Twitter. To make him look credible, because he loves free speech so much, he has to have it. I think Twitter in general is a representation of free speech. It's a bird that can go anywhere, can fly anywhere, and can chirp whenever they want. And there's nothing I can do about it. But they're not like impeding on anyone else's freedom. They're not being fucking annoying all the time. Just sometimes. Sometimes annoying. I can understand that, but not all the time. And I can respect that. Out of all the noises that I have to suffer from, birds are like the most reasonable ones. I think this is perfect. You know? But as a vibe. But in terms of reality, I think Elon Musk is completely clueless and still trying to figure out by himself what free speech even means. The reason why I use the skyscraper idea is because it's a dimensional thing. If you go in any direction, you're going to bump into other people's property. The only way to not bump into other people's property is to build up, right? To build yourself up. It's simple as that. It explains like this whole social dimension and why it's important to have land and have your flags and display your esteem and beliefs. Yes, baby bird, it's time to go to sleepy. See you guys next time.